Imagine that before your eyes, a whirlwind of movements, imbued with ancient magic and mysticism, is opening up. These are the dances that cause admiration and sometimes fear all over the world. These magical rituals are steeped in the depths of centuries. Their energetic movements seem to awaken the powers of otherworldly beings, making the body and soul tremble with strength and mystery. In each movement, there is a mystery, a whisper of spirits, a touch of the invisible world, making you wonder, are such dances really capable of opening the gates between our and another dimension? In countries such as Indonesia, India, or Tanzania, dances turn into something more than just a simple movement. They become sacred messages to gods and spirits, transmitting ancient knowledge and life truths. Every movement here is filled with symbolism and ritual power, creating a bridge between the earth and the heavens, between the material and spiritual worlds. These dances are perceived as a sacred act, capable of healing, protecting and filling the faithful with divine energy, making them an integral part of the spiritual life of the people. In the heart of Indonesia, there's an ancient legend about a dance that is considered sacred and has the power to send waves of spiritual knowledge to the world. This cult dance connects generation after generation, passing on magical rituals from generation to generation, each gesture and movement of which is filled with spiritual meaning and deep symbolism. It is said that by performing this dance, a person is able to open the gates to higher powers, ensure prosperity and protection for his people, turning into a messenger of the divine will. In the heart of Africa, among tribal communities, dances become a connection with ancestors and supernatural forces, being an integral part of their spiritual practice. These ritual movements transmit the wisdom of the ancients, call upon the spirits of ancestors, and strengthen the collective consciousness, creating a powerful energy channel. Each performance is filled with a power that calls upon the gods and spirits to provide protection, health, and well-being to the entire community, turning the dance into a sacred dialogue with the higher worlds. In Italy, many ritual dances have served as a test for spirits and supernatural forces for centuries, turning into a bold challenge to dark and light entities. These energetic movements symbolize the struggle and harmony between the human world and magical forces, and also help to drive out evil spirits and attract good deities. Thus, through passionate and expressive dances, Italians appeal to higher powers, hoping to achieve protection, blessing, and spiritual enlightenment. In Japan, mystical dances have served as a rite of exorcism and purification of the soul for centuries, turning into a harmonious and powerful ritual. By performing these movements, participants connect with the spirits of ancestors and deities, call upon good forces, and drive away dark entities, strengthening the energy balance inside and out. Every gesture, every movement is filled with sacred meaning. This is not just a dance, but a spiritual act performed for the sake of protection and healing from evil. In China, traditional dances have always been a way to establish harmony with nature and divine forces, reflecting their eternal unity and interconnection. These movements convey a deep respect for the elements and spirits of nature, ordering their blessings and protection for man and the earth. Through graceful and rhythmic dances, the Chinese people strive to maintain balance between man and the universe, turning every movement into an act of spiritual harmony and respect. Deep in the Amazon jungle, Brazilian shamanic dances reveal magical powers, allowing one to evoke and interact with otherworldly beings and spirits. These ritual movements, filled with powerful energy, serve as an invocation of invisible forces aimed at healing, protection, and spiritual enlightenment of the community. Every wave and step here is a magical act through which the shaman addresses the world of spirits, strengthening their influence and establishing a connection between our and the invisible worlds. All these traditions are united by the belief that dance is not just a movement, but a powerful spiritual instrument capable of influencing the invisible world and changing the fate of people. Each movement contains energy that serves as a channel for communication with gods, ancestors, and supernatural forces, filling the ritual with special strength and sacredness. Thus, faith in the power of dance becomes a universal bridge between man and higher powers, turning each movement into an act of sincere prayer and magic. The question of whether these dances can be considered dangerous becomes key. After all, for many, this is not only a cultural heritage, but also a powerful spiritual ritual capable of calling forth strong forces and shaking the balance of the world. Some see them as a potential threat, considering them a manifestation of supernatural forces that go beyond the ordinary, while others see them as a valuable cultural asset that helps preserve the identity and spiritual connection of generations. As a result, these dances remain both a mysterious heritage and an expression of deep faith, provoking discussions about the boundaries between the sacred and the dangerous. These unique dances originate in the eras when people turned to the forces of nature and the spirit world through magical rituals, seeking protection, harvest, and well-being. Their roots go back centuries, preserving ancient rites and symbols passed down from generation to generation in the form of movements, gestures, and chants. It is from these primitive practices that complex and multifaceted cultural traditions grew, in which dance became a sacred language of human connection with higher powers. Powerful feelings rage in the heart of each participant in these rituals, from ecstatic delight and deep fear to feelings of spiritual awakening and enlightenment. These emotions create a unique atmosphere where the boundaries between the earthly and the divine are erased, revealing the inner world and secrets of the subconscious. It is in this multi-layered emotional spectrum that the true power and magic of traditional dances manifests itself, turning each performance into a personal and collective journey to higher spiritual dimensions. In the modern world, these ancient dances are often reflected in theatrical productions, shows, and art projects, where their magic and symbolism are intertwined with new technologies and stage means. Such performances strive to convey the power and spiritual depth of traditions, while simultaneously attracting the viewer to understand their historical and cultural significance. Despite the modern design, they retain a unique energy, inviting everyone to feel a connection with the ancient worlds through vivid and emotional performances. The question of the border between culture and mysticism is at the intersection of historical traditions, faith, and spiritual practices that have shaped the identity of people for centuries. Sometimes these ancient rituals are perceived as part of the national heritage, and sometimes as occult and dangerous mystical practices that cause doubts and fear. It is in this delicate interweaving that the place where culture turns into mysticism, and mysticism becomes part of the spiritual and cultural heritage, creating a complex and multi-layered picture of the human search for higher meanings. These dances serve as a living link, strengthening the unity and pride of the community, reminding us of its historical roots, beliefs, and values. Through the performance of ritual movements and songs, knowledge, rituals, and traditions are transmitted, preserving the connection between generations and strengthening collective memory. At this moment, each participant feels part of an ancient spiritual history that helps to preserve a unique cultural identity, even in the context of globalization and change. The question of the safety of these rituals remains relevant. Some see them as a powerful source of spiritual strength and cultural heritage, while others see them as a potential threat if the rituals go beyond the permissible boundaries or cause dangerous effects. Safety depends on how and by whom these rituals are carried out. If properly organized and treated with respect, they're a valuable cultural experience that does not cause harm. Ultimately, It is important to maintain a balance between respect for traditions and awareness of their possible consequences, so that these rituals continue to serve spiritual and cultural development without threatening the participants. These rituals vividly illustrate the inextricable link between religion and culture, making faith a living part of social life and traditional heritage. Through rituals and dances, people express their devotion to deities, creating a sacred space where religious ideas are intertwined with everyday customs. Thus, such rituals serve not only as a spiritual practice, but also strengthen cultural identity, passing on values, symbols, and beliefs from generation to generation, making them an essential part of national self-awareness. The images that arise in these rituals and dances embody powerful feelings, from fear and trepidation to deep respect and reverence for the power of nature and spiritual forces. These symbols and movements serve not only as an expression of human emotions, but also as a reminder of our vulnerability to the elements and invisible worlds. Each gesture contains the belief that respect for these forces helps maintain balance and harmony in human life and the world around us. This question makes us think about whether movements and rituals really contain a special energy that can influence a person's fate and mood, or whether all of this is just a manifestation of faith and tradition. Some believe that powerful spiritual forces come to life in every gesture, ritual, and musical accompaniment, creating energy that can heal or protect. Others believe that all of this is a product of human imagination, cultural symbols, and emotional experiences that help people find meaning and spiritual connection within their traditions. The question of whether modern man is able to comprehend the depth and meaning of these ancient rituals is becoming increasingly relevant in the era of globalization and technological progress. To understand their essence, one must not only study movements and symbols, but also penetrate the history, faith, and spiritual experience of the people who have preserved these traditions. Only through genuine interest and respect for their cultural context can one truly feel the power and depth of these mystical dances, transforming them from alien rituals into a living heritage understandable to each of us. What do you think? Are these ancient dances really capable of awakening evil and summoning a demon? Or are they merely a manifestation of deep beliefs and spiritual practices serving for protection and harmony? For some, such rituals are the key to the invisible world, while for others, they are symbols of historical wisdom and heritage that are incapable of causing harm. Think about whether in our modern understanding the boundary between mysticism and culture can become blurred, or will these dances forever remain a mystery that evokes both awe and respect? Don't miss the opportunity to dive into the amazing world of secret traditions and mysteries. Subscribe right now to always be aware of new, shocking, and inspiring facts.